Day 622 for 22. Good morning. Hope this finds you well. Please stay in your fight and please do not quit.
Achoo!
My attention grabber is a Barbara. Haven't seen her in a little bit. So, talked about keeping fighting yesterday. Oh, and it's good to see her again out here. Talked about keeping fighting yesterday, and that is the important part of it, is just never quitting. Now, I'm going to talk today about something that I usually don't mention very much about, but it's always there in the background. If you're tired, go to bed. It's stability. When we are in, life is pretty stable. We kind of know where the paycheck's coming from. We know where the health insurance is coming from. We know if we're not deployed and we're not training, we got the weekends off. We know our day starts at whatever time it starts for you. And it ends, well, that's usually a different different time every day, depending on what happens. But we kind of know what to expect. We know that we have our job to do and what is expected from us, because the task conditions and standards are laid out there for us. Now, when you get hurt or get out or get hurt and get out, however that works for you, that stability takes a knock, simply because you're going from a known commodity, which is your military service. You know what's going on, to getting out and trying to figure out, one, where you fit, because there's no rank out here. And rank don't mean crap, unless you're the boss in a company or a manager. And even then, it's not a rank. It's position. You're also working on where you're going to live, what the change, the dynamic change in your relationships with your spouse, your children. You may go from being gone all the time to home all the time, and that can provide that's a dichotomy, because that can be a stabilizing factor, or it can be a destabilizing factor, depending on how often you've been gone and what you've been doing. What? Wait, real quick, kick on me. The stability factor is important. I know for myself, when I got out, my marriage was already kind of rocky. And then with getting out and not knowing what I was capable of anymore because of the heart attacks, and the valve, and knowing that my valve was not in the greatest of shape, moving to a place that I'd recruited but never lived on the economy other than in the Army, there was a lot of instability, because I didn't know what was going to happen. I didn't know what was going to go on with my marriage, and we tried to make it work. Didn't know what was going to go on as far as a career, because I had nothing lined up. ACAP was kind of a joke, and that was kind of on, well, me. I got to take responsibility for it, but also my unit for not having me out there actively ACAPing. It was kind of crap, because it was either I had a doctor's appointment, or I was on staff duty, because the unit was transitioning back from being in Iraq and getting back into the training cycle. So I did a couple field problems just as I was getting ready to get out, which was against my doctor's orders. But went and did those, and then did a couple ACAP meetings, got a couple transition books, and called it good. Got out trying to find work, and it was just not the most stable time. And then after the heart surgery, things got even more unstable, and then eventually the marriage completely failed. So that destabilizing time left me in a lurch. And like I said, with the pillars crashing, the lack of stability I could have dealt with, but losing all the pillars and having them all gone, that was the killer. That was the hard part. That was the part that put me where I didn't need to be. But stability, I can't stress enough the importance of it, though. If we are drug addicted or alcohol addicted and making poor decisions, that's going to cause instability. If we have, and that's in our life and in ourself, having the stability, having a strong home life, I can't stress enough. I know since Becky and I have put our lives together, the stability has been probably the single most calming effect on both our lives, I think, because we know what we got coming at us on the home front. There's no doubt of what's going on. And then being able to provide a stable home life for her and her 4 other siblings. There's no Cassie?
Not counting her.
I'm counting her. She's my daughter. She gave me the woo. But anyway, the being able to provide a stable home for myself, my wife, and my kids has been a big part of having a successful recovery to everything that's gone on. It has provided the ability to have a base that I can operate from and spring from to do other things for myself and my family to hopefully get us to that next level. And we've worked hard at it, and I think if you guys that are sitting on the edge of the cliff that don't have the stability can get some stability back into your life, it will help. And if you need to go through rehab, or you need to, go to marriage counseling, or whatever you need to do, you need to try to do that. And with the mental health stuff, I might be able to help you, like I said yesterday. Just let me know, and I know people, and I'll get my people in touch with your people, and you guys can go from there and figure it out for you, and try to get you some help that you need. But stability, I can't stress enough, is, I think, very important, and it's one of those underlying things that you don't really talk about. And I don't think I've really talked about stability in the 600 days I've done this. I've talked about the pillars, and if the pillars are stable, yeah, so maybe I have, but not in this manner. Your foundation has to be strong, and you have to be able to build those pillars on something that's concrete, because otherwise they crumble quicker if things start going bad. So anyway, time to wrap this one up for the day. It's an early video. I got to go play at the VA. I got to go get checked under the hood and see how things are going, and then go get stuck again for some blood, and then go to work. The life of a veteran, and anybody actually. Nothing special on that one. Make sure you're good, and then go do what you got to do. All right, so I have the YouTube channel, _push_up_guy tough. Still not able to do push-ups, by the way. Is my elbow kind of gross looking? Way to help me out there. All right, let's see if I can show you. Not really, sort of. Yeah, that's kind of grotesque. Not black and blue, but it's not pretty. But anyway, I have my Facebook page, Jim Tough, and then I post in about 20 veterans Facebook groups. If you want to share the video, I'd appreciate it. Or if you would share the video, I'd appreciate it. And if you can't share it from the group where you find it in because of their security settings, please come to my page, Jim Tough. Share from there. Bottom line is, if you need help, seek help. Get it from friends, family, professionals. There's absolutely zero shame and zero weakness in getting the help that you need to make sure that you're here for yourself and your family. You got this. You can do this. Do not use suicide as a permanent solution to a temporary or permanent problem. Ready? All right, we'll say it.
You.
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 We are running out of time.
You.
You say it. I already said it once. You say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. Say it. All right, don't say it. You got this. 1, 2, 3. Tough out.